Happy Sunday week to Warriors. So this is going to be a great little video on 5 reasons why I am optimistic about the future. So I'm actually making this video on Saturday because last week I made a video on Sunday and then I didn't know what day of the week it was for the rest of the week because I like to have my Sunday where I don't do anything. It helps my brain reset, helps me know what day of the week it is. Per sanity, it's good. Try it. Started actually when I didn't do that or take any time off, I kind of just would like work straight. Like I started to lose my mind. It's really weird. Like I was like unable to have thoughts because I was just stuck on one track for so long that I didn't know how to take my mind off the track it was on. So you have to practice switching tracks. Like work ends, recreation begins, whatever. But into the video, 5 reasons I'm optimistic about the future. So reason number one that I'm optimistic about the future is the internet. So our ability to communicate and exchange information and goods and services has made everyone so much richer. It's insane. Like I can just go get tea from China and I can have like books just shipped to me. Books quoting all of history that are, you know what I mean? Like I can just have these books shipped to me. I can have conversations with people all over the world with these books. I can share this information with you. You guys can, like, I can educate myself about health so that I didn't have to die from all my health problems. And you guys don't have to die either. And everyone doesn't have to die because now we can keep on researching these things and actually figuring out what's wrong with us and solve it. I mean, if you have insomnia, contact me because I know how to fix insomnia. But anything that's wrong with you, any problem you have, you can basically fix now because of the internet. So the internet's number one thing that makes me very optimistic. The second thing that makes me very optimistic is marketing. And this is because I see more and more people getting very good at marketing, which is going to make it so that more people can make money, and therefore there's going to be more wealthy people for me to sell my products and services to, so I can make more money. So that makes me very optimistic for myself, but also because wealthy people stimulate the economy. Like small business owners are really like the heart and soul of the economy because they're the smallest economic unit that still benefits from its own labor. What I mean by that is, or its own intelligence, let's say. So if you're working for someone else, you do not economically benefit from your own intelligence because if you get smarter and then you make a better decision tomorrow, your boss benefits, you don't have to negotiate for that benefit. So your benefit is in how much you can negotiate your perceived value, not in your actual value or intelligence. But small business owners and people who have their own side hustles, people doing that through marketing, through increased knowledge of business, these people are basically increasing the GDP of the country, which brings us to point number 3. The reason I am optimistic about the future is that the population's going up. And the reason for that is that resources aren't finite. Like, this glass was made from sand. If I have a lot of sand but nothing to make glass with, then the sand is less valuable to me than it would be provided something to make glass with. So what the internet in modern society has done, and the increase in population has done, is there's tons of people to do stuff, which is great because now the stuff gets done. And there's also more means by which people can do things. There's more information about how to do things. There's more people going out and trying to do all this stuff to make money. And what really they're doing when they're trying to make money is they're trying to solve problems. They're trying to, like, identify and solve problems. Like, oh no, people need something to drink out of and we have too much sand. And then I go on the internet and I type in, what do I do when there's nothing to drink out of and too much sand? And then a marketer comes over and says, hey man, what you need is a glass making machine that makes glasses out of sand. And then I'm like, wow, I could do that. They make glasses out of sand. Now I sell the glasses. Now he's wealthier, I'm wealthier, and people have something to drink out of. That isn't this whole like money is theft, property is theft. It's wrong because that value didn't exist before someone created it. It took, like, every time that marketer, sales guy sells his sand to glass making machine, he creates more money for everyone. Every time someone lets a cow eat grass and now the grass turns into cow, everyone's richer because there's more stuff. The poorest society is a society where someone comes over and knocks over your mud hut, because how dare you have a mud hut. Really, wealth is found in cooperation, and I'd say really value is found in judgment, which is interesting. That's Nietzsche's observation, that value is found in judgment. But anyway, though, so things that are making me optimistic about the future. So the more people there are, basically the more wealthy everyone becomes. Because now there's just more people making stuff. Like, there's way more food now than there was 100 years ago. There's more trees now than there were 100 years ago. Like, the amount of people is directly correlated to the amount of wealth we have. And, like, in a real sense, you can think about if you're a survival situation and there's one other person, you're way better than if there's no one else. Because now there's someone else to do stuff. But it's just you and another person in the woods, you're going to die. Or you're, like, trying not to die. In fact, the more people that are with you in the woods that are organized, the less you're dying and the more you're doing what we're all doing now in this society with excess stuff. Because there's just, like, if I kill a deer and then I give you some of the meat, now you don't have to kill a deer, so you can, like, go pick some apples. And now I don't have to go pick apples, so I can, like, think about how to preserve the deer meat. So now we don't have to die in the winter and freak out in the winter. So now we can actually sit in the winter, and now we're friends. We talk about how to make a plan to get more food. We execute, you know what I mean? Like, it compounds. The more people work together, the more the plan can be executed on. So, increased population. The fourth thing that makes me optimistic about the future is the number of people in the United States who have guns, and the fact that people in the United States are really, like, gun-centric. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, that's... Get your guns, you know, like, you gotta be feisty, or people are gonna walk all over you. Just the way life is. So, the fifth thing that makes me optimistic about the future is, I would say, the number of people who are becoming interested in their health. That's so cool, and, like, Joe Rogan's a huge part of that, but people becoming more interested in their health and more interested in living a healthy, vital, engaged life. People interested in business, people interested in relationships, people interested in, like, health, people like that really makes me optimistic about the future, because there's lots, for every nihilistic person who's not doing anything, who's just dying away somewhere, God bless them, we should pray for them, but it's depressing existence. So for every one of those people, or every 150 of those people, or 100,000 of those people, there's, like, a few really cool people who are interested in their health and are getting better. But the people who are nihilistic aren't reproducing, which is the benefit. So if we can just out-reproduce all of the nihilistic people who don't care about getting better and improving their health, well, they're reproducing anyway. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, hidden sixth thing that makes me optimistic about the future is the fact that nihilists don't reproduce. On that note, happy Sabbath, everyone. Go spend some time with your family. Make sure you're taking time off. This is, in fact, my off day. I'm not even making this video on Saturday. Or Sunday. This is Saturday video. So I can relax on Sunday. Because you should all be relaxing on Sunday. Done. Like, comment, share, subscribe for more.